Welcome to this video where we will be taking a little bit of a closer look to a certain creator on the Epic Marketplace, which currently has free assets available. I don't know if they're going to be free permanently or if this just is a temporary thing, but keep that in mind if you see something that's interesting to you that you maybe want to grab it as soon as you can. Now, these assets are provided by Vigilante here. This is their support page where you can get some more information if you want to, and if you have any issues with it, I suppose. The actual assets you can find on the marketplace. I will provide a link down in the description that allows you to get this specific result back, so you can get all of them if you want to. And from here you can see that there is a great variety of different vehicles available here, everything from fighter jets to carriers to tanks to support vehicles like Humvees and armored personnel carriers. There's artillery pieces, there are missiles, there are boats. It has a lot of different things, and I'm sure if this is something in the vicinity of what you want to create, then this will be a great way to look, a great place to look for you to get some assets related to it. Before we continue with the video, if you like what I'm doing here on this channel, please consider subscribing. It helps the channel a lot. Anyway, let's get back to the video. Starting off, this is what it looks like in game, so to speak. We do have a bunch of different missile types here, large, small, that can be used for all kinds of things. I did not place a mannequin over here, but let's drag one from over here so you can get a sense of scale. So this is the sizes that the missiles are available to, and they seem to be in a configuration of Eastern and Western military vehicles and assets. Currently here I have jumbled them all together in sort of like what I felt was reasonable groupings. So over here, for example, we have some different tanks available, and all of these vehicles that are available here that you see have very high quality when it comes to the textures. They look really good, the models are really nice, and also each of these assets come with their own project in which you can open them up and play around with them a little bit, and there are some configuration sliders and stuff like that. Among those things, there's also a destroyed version of each of the vehicles. So you can have something like a vehicle being destroyed and explode and then replaced with the destroyed mesh, for example. Many of them also have different parts that animate, like wheels or turbines and things like that. Many of them have special effects like smoke or fire or explosions. So it's a pretty complete experience for each of these different vehicles that you can play around with, and we'll take a little bit closer look on one in the end here. But yeah, so here you have your tanks, here you have some support vehicles, you have a jeep over here, you have some missile launching vehicles, you have some trucks, and also here apparently another tank managed to get in. Moving on, you can see here that we also have helicopters available, and they range from transport helicopters to attack helicopters. Something to note is that they are also modeled and textured on the inside. However, you can see that the quality on the inside is not as high as it is on the exterior, but it's still pretty decent for like cursory glances inside of the interior. In addition to helicopters, we also have fighter jets. You have a bunch of different fighter jets here, and for scale you can see this is how big they are. So there's a pretty large assortment of fighter jets and planes in general. We also have some drone over here, and ending off we have a bunch of different armored personnel carriers over here as well, and they all have very high quality, I must say. Moving on, we have some slightly larger vehicles. If we move all the way over here, you can see that we are starting to get some transport planes. So that's also available. We have a few different ones, and this one, it is a bomber, I believe. So yeah, you have that as well. And it's not even over there. We also have hover vehicles. So you have a hover vehicle over here. And you have a pretty gigantic hover vehicle over here. So that's kind of interesting to include as well. And they look pretty impressive, to be honest. So let's take a closer look at one of these. So this is one of the maps that I described earlier, which is related to each of these individual objects, where you can get some kind of idea of what is available for you that they have animated. So you have sliders for all kinds of different things that they have included. So you can see like at rotors, and you have dust particles that are emanating in conjunction with that. These are the rear rotor blades. In addition to that, you also have the wheels that can animate in landing position up and down. Rear elevation, I have no idea what this might be, but okay, it's the back fin over there, you can see in the background. Exhaust fumes, so you get some distortion around with the particle effects. Dust plumes off and on, I'm assuming this has to do with the rotors. And you can also have different cameras to get a better view of the different changes or tests that you are doing, of course. Right shield, so different doors are being animated as well. And you also have some lights you can turn off and on. And you also have, like I said earlier, a damaged version of the model that you can replace if you want to destroy it in your game or project or whatever it is that you're doing. So they have included a lot of functionality in each of these different vehicles, and I highly suggest you check them out if you haven't already. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you did not like it, leave a dislike. Leave any suggestions or comments you have down below. Subscribe and share this video if you want to see more like it in the future. That is all for now. Keep on learning. Take care.